What's up guys, my name is Matt, and I wanted to go into more detail as to why yesterday I streamed myself deleting everything in my vault as well as my Warlock and Hunter during a live stream here on YouTube. First and foremost, the main reason this has occurred is that Destiny, after nearly 2.5 years, is no longer about what I've done in the past. While certain things I deleted, like the Vex Mythoclast for example, had nostalgic value, it wasn't anything more than that. While I exclusively focused on Destiny on my channel, as a gamer, I tend to gravitate towards action RPGs with games like Diablo and Path of Exile as my former and current go-to games. And the thing about these games that I like the most is their seasons and leagues, where fresh starts occur once every 3 months or so, not to mention their extensive loot systems. Destiny kind of fills that void, but also touches on that first-person aspect that I enjoy in other games. And this, deleting my stuff, was a way to sort of restart without having to go through the entire leveling and light grinding process. This, for me personally, deleting all my gear was like starting a fresh league or season in the likes of Path of Exile or Diablo, and allowed the game to have a fresh feeling where every drop was new again. And that was the main reason for doing this, but not the only reason. The other primary reason was to show dedication to the thousands of you that support me. I get countless comments about how you all appreciate what I do, the time I spend, and even going as far as saying Destiny needs my content. And every time I read one of these comments, I'm not only humbled, but also driven to provide more content to you guys in any way possible. I'd be lying to you guys if I told you that I believe that Destiny in its current state isn't in a drought, because it absolutely is. But I told myself well before the success I had in growing my channel since November that I would never scrape for content that wasn't engaging in some way. And my projects have been my attempt to avoid posting clickbait leaks that aren't actually leaks, to avoid posting basic generic loot haul videos, and to avoid posting 15-minute videos on a Megalock set depicting something that hasn't occurred in the game and calling it a leak. I've always strived to produce content that I would want to watch. And with this fresh start, with nothing but one set of gear, I want to start fully exploring everything Destiny has to offer when it comes to loot. I want to be able to tell you exact drop rates of rares, legendaries, weapon parts, armor materials, and everything else in Destiny with incredible detail. I plan on doing a project for each and every strike in the game individually, moving from planet to planet, eventually reaching the Dreadnought and the Plaguelands. I want to do projects on daily missions, bounties, and anything I can possibly think of. All this not to only understand the current Destiny, but have the best baseline possible for when Destiny 2 comes out. I want to be able to say I did Devil's Lair 50 times and got exactly this back in Destiny. Let's compare that to this strike in Destiny 2. And the only way I could have accomplished this is either starting a new account, leveling to 40, then getting 400 light, or deleting everything and sticking with my current count. And it's obvious that I chose the latter, and to be honest, I have no regrets doing so. In addition to that, when I did stream yesterday, I peaked at nearly 80 viewers. And while some of that spike was because people were generally curious if I actually was deleting everything, some of it was because you were excited that I was streaming. At least, I hope that's the case. I've tried numerous times in the past to jumpstart not only YouTube channels, because I can promise you this isn't my first channel, but also streaming, and my go-to source has always been Twitch. And while some of you have followed my Twitch account and have tuned into the few streams I've done, I've never had 70 plus people watching, and for some reason I never had the thought to stream to YouTube, where I have support. And if all goes well, yesterday's stream won't be the last. It'll be the last that I delete everything, but it won't be the last stream. I have a platform already where I already have support. It doesn't make sense to move to a different platform and try to grow a second community there when I already have a great one here. So be on the lookout for future streams. As I said guys, me deleting everything isn't me quitting or giving up on Destiny. It was to breathe new life into a 3-year-old game. Future projects are in the works, and I hope that I can stream to fill gaps in content on a regular basis while I work on projects. And I know I say it all the time, but thank you for your support. But for now, I'm gonna get out of here. Say my name is Matt, and I'll see you guys next time.